Sir Bob Charles is one of the most successful left-handed golfers of all time. Open champion in 1963, winner of more than 70 titles worldwide, and still shooting sub-par rounds even though he's in his 80s. We travelled to New Zealand to pick up some tips from the master.
The greatest book that was ever written about golf was The Modern Fundamentals by Ben Hogan. He was the greatest player that ever lived, and I think that all aspiring young people should read Ben Hogan's Fundamentals of Golf. Anyway, I've got a few fundamentals which I'll perhaps describe to you. The only contact you have with a golf club, obviously, is with your hands. And I'm a kind of a feel player. I think if you don't have feel and touch in your hands, you're not going to get very far with the game of golf. So it is very important to have a good, solid grip. One thing I think is so important in the grip of a golf club is to have your hands as close together as possible. After getting that grip correct, well, the next thing is the stance, which the basics there are having not only your feet square with the intended line of flight of the ball, but also your hips and also your shoulders. So if that's a good starting point for the stance. Balance in a golf swing is so important to me. I struggled with good balance. I had better balance when I was young. Now I'm old, I'm kind of swinging myself off my feet. Another thing I try and work on, and which I did so well when I was younger, is keeping my leading front arm as straight as possible. If there's a break, if the elbow breaks in the backswing, you're going to narrow your arc and you're going to lose a lot of distance. So try and get that leading arm as straight as possible as long as you can in the backswing. To me, rhythm, timing and tempo are so important in the golf swing. Everybody's different. Everybody swings the club differently. There's no one way to swing the golf club, but I think Hogan was on the right track with his modern fundamentals, which I've tried to demonstrate to you. I recall when Jacqueline was playing in the Open at Lytham the night before the last round, his friend Tom Weiskopf put a little note in his locker which said one word: tempo. And of course he went out the next day and beat me. So I'm a great believer in rhythm. I fight it myself, and the older I get, the more I fight it. But I find that when I slow my backswing down, I get much better rhythm and tempo in the swing. Let's try this one here. Well, I went straight down the middle, so I must have done something right.